Hi everyone, this is Dr. Mike, host of the free iTunes podcast, Psychiatric Secrets Revealed with Dr. Mike, but that's not why I'm here today. This is another Saving Savvy episode. And in this episode, I want to tell you why you should start your own YouTube channel and 9 ways to do it, some of them totally free. So when I first started watching YouTube a number of years ago, the production value was pretty low. People often used little digicams, compact cameras, and the resolution of cameras those days for video was VGA at best. And they didn't use tripods or care much about lighting, but the content was good, sometimes entertaining and sometimes informative, and people kept on watching YouTube. Well, nowadays when you watch YouTube, you have some of those homespun videos, but you also have videos that are highly produced. And if you're looking at those highly produced videos, you might be intimidated and not want to start your own simple channel. But I'm telling you, we need channels that are not highly produced. We need that channel that shows people how to crochet or how to make fishing lures or how to change the oil on your car. And those are incredibly valuable. I'll tell you, I'm not a very handy guy. And earlier this year, we had an estimate on to fix a water spigot on the outside of our house that was just dripping, and the plumber wanted over $250 to do that. So I was kind of incensed by that and went to YouTube, watched a video a couple of times, and fixed the exact same spigot for $8 of parts and a little bit of my time. And in fact, over this last year, watching YouTube videos to do little home repairs, I'm certain that I saved over $1,000. These were not highly produced videos, but they were very informative. So you might think, well, why are these highly produced videos out there? There's a number of reasons. Sometimes someone starts with a channel and then they start buying a little bit of equipment, and they move up the ladder and they get a pretty slick product. Sometimes there's hobbyists that are out there and their goal is to make the best video possible. Sometimes you have film students and they're using YouTube as sort of a laboratory to experiment and to improve their craft. But often people are selling stuff. So what could they be selling? A product, or maybe they're selling their channel, getting sponsors, or maybe they're selling themselves. So you see these people that are not really well known, but through the YouTube they become well known. And so there's nothing wrong with that, but be aware that you don't need to have that production value to have worth. In fact, when I watch those highly produced videos, I tend to want to spend money. When I watch the more homespun ones like I described above, I tend to save money. So you might think, because I do this sort of cheesy setup, that I don't know how to make good videos. Here's a photo that we did, my wife and I, the lovely Dr. Julie, and we were doing some public service announcements. And you can see I've got the white screen going. I have 2 zones of lighting. I'm using a good camcorder. We have tripods up, light stands, and I'm using a wireless mic setup, and we even have a teleprompter. So I know how to do it. So why don't I do it? Well, you're looking at this video and saying, "Whoa, that video's not very good." Well, if I had to do that setup every time I made a YouTube video, I would never make a YouTube video. I need to sit down, one and done, get it over, because my big passion is getting information out to people. And I can do that with this kind of video, or I could do that with a high production video. Which one do you think I'm going to do? So I have a list here of 9 different ways that you can record videos and put them on YouTube. Remember, all these ways will look better with good lighting, which could just be the right time of day, and good audio, which could mean moving from a noisy room to a quiet room, and other ways too. So let's look at those 9 ways. Number 1 is using your existing laptop. Of course, most laptops have a webcam built into them and a microphone. And although the video quality isn't very good, it can get you on YouTube because that laptop has everything in it. It has the camera, the microphone, the way to edit the video if you choose to do so, and the way to post it up to the web. Now, if you see some of my videos from my working office, they're even worse than these videos, and that's because I'm using a webcam on an expensive MacBook Pro. So even expensive laptops don't have particularly good webcams. Why did I make that video? Because it was more about the information than it was about the production value. So webcams are definitely something that you might want to use. What's number 2? And these are generally moving up in quality and price, but at the same time, it's not like a step-by-step thing because people have different needs on YouTube. Next would be a point-and-shoot camera. Now, remember in the early days, point-and-shoot cameras had pretty low resolution. But now ones, and we're talking about ones in the range of $80 to maybe $150. Nowadays, they actually have resolutions that are like 720p, even 1080p. And I actually looked at a bunch of them on Amazon, then I looked at videos that were created by them on YouTube. They look pretty good. What's the disadvantage of a little kind of digicam? Well, you can't manually set a lot of things, which isn't going to be much of a problem. But the lens is on one end, the screen's on the other end. So you have to kind of point and pray or be creative like these two women and use some way to monitor that video. They have a little mirror on the back of their camera over there. What's number 3? Well, this is what I'm using right now, and that's an external webcam. So an external webcam is going to give you video that's much better than an internal webcam, and you can plug an external webcam into a laptop and use it perfectly fine. It's going to offer better video, not great video, and it's going to have a built-in microphone. Now, a lot of times people will say that the microphones on webcams aren't very good. I think they're good enough. The brand that I would recommend is Logitech, and the series that I would recommend is the 900 series, 910, 920, 930. These sell for around $100 and can be sometimes had on eBay used for around $50. So all-in-one solution again, plug it into your computer, you're ready to go. Very, very simple, and that's why I often use them. And they're used by other YouTubers too. After that, we have the action cams like the GoPro Heroes. These take stunning video, but they're really more suited for action environments. They're small, they're built like a tank, and they have an extremely wide angle of view, which is why they're better on a skateboard than if you're doing a cooking demonstration. Typically, they don't have any screen on the back because they're built like tanks and they can drop and stuff, but you can still use them in any way that you want if that's what you have. After that, we have, of course, the smartphone and tablets. Certain devices like the iPhone take stunning video, and you can edit it right on the iPhone and send it up, or a tablet. Here again, camera's on the back, screen is on the front. You're going to have to be a little creative or point and pray, but it's a solution that you probably already have, and they take amazingly good video. What's the downside? Video takes up a tremendous amount of space, and so you definitely want to delete those videos after you're done producing them so you have space for your next video. After that, we have enthusiast compact cameras. So an enthusiast compact camera is basically a high-class compact camera, usually going from about $400 to over $1,000. They're compact cameras because the lens is fixed to the camera. You can't change the lens. But they take really excellent video. They may offer some more manual controls. They might even have a microphone jack on some of them. Some of them have articulating screens. And some common popular ones on YouTube would include things like the Canon S120 or the S100 series, the Nikon P series like P7000, P7800, the Canon G7X, the Sony RX100 series of cameras, and others too. Great video, great photos. Pretty expensive, but in a small form factor, you have it all. The next one is going to be a little controversial, and that's the camcorder. So I don't see a lot of people using camcorders on YouTube, and I don't know why. They are such perfect devices for YouTube. These are refined devices, and you can get a pretty good consumer level camcorder for about $250 or of course more, even cheaper used on YouTube. Now professional camcorders can cost thousands of dollars, but in that $250 to maybe $1,200 range you can get superb stuff. And camcorders have good lenses, they have very quiet preamps, they have flippy out screens so you can see yourself. They have very little noise when you zoom in and zoom out. They will often have microphone and headphone jacks. So they're the perfect solution. The one thing that they can't do is keep the talent, that's me, I guess I'm the talent, and the background blurred. So the talent in focus and the background blurred. That's kind of a popular thing now because it's sort of trendy and artsy. But think about a newscast on TV. everything's in focus because that adds more authority to the newscast. So don't be afraid to use a camcorder. They're cheap, they'll get you on YouTube quick, and you'll really produce excellent video. After that, I would say another thing to use is the DSLR, the digital SLR. And you might have one of those around too. So the SLR, the film SLRs, first came out in the 1930s, and they were never designed to do video. In 2008, Nikon introduced the D90, which is revolutionary because it could do 5 whole minutes of video, and since then everything has taken off. So now you have DSLRs that take such good video that they're used in film and TV production. But again, they were never designed to shoot video, and so you have to expect some manual adjustment and some kind of a learning curve to get them to be used at their full potential. Is it impossible? Of course not, but you're going to have to put some time into it. And lastly, we have the mirrorless interchangeable lens cameras. Now, these came out in the Micro Four Thirds version in 2008 by Olympus and Panasonic, and really there's a huge variety of them now. They offer lenses that are as good quality as a DSLR. They offer internals that are as good as a DSLR, but because they're a more modern design, they're more amenable to video, and they'll do things like automatically focus in a better fashion. And some of them have flippy out screens and that sort of thing too, microphone jacks. Not all of them, but some of them do. So those are 9 ways that you can get your videos up on YouTube. Please, please, please consider doing it, even if you don't have a $10,000 studio. We on YouTube need your information, and I personally want to watch your channel. So if you do one, put it in the comments and I'll watch it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. So if you get some time, please give my free podcast a listen. It's called Psychiatric Secrets Revealed with Dr. Mike. You can find it on YouTube and other places. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Also, it'd be great if you subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a great day.